Good morning, everybody. All right, so news is out. Intraday, like, oh my goodness, it's crashing. Daily chart, not a big deal. And we'll see how far this goes. And minus support. Our highs over here. We don't have any pivots to the left on the 65-minute. This certainly was on a smaller time frame. You can see down there my cursor on the 15-minute. And it's holding that area for now, down here. So you got a wide range bar igniting to the downside, holding on that pivot to the left for now. This would suggest it could go lower. We'll have to monitor that. We'll see where it is. Ultimately, from a higher time frame, stays in the upper half of yesterday's move higher. Yeah, so we'll look at the spiders here, but as far as the futures go, 24-hour market, little breakout, new all-time highs, marginal all-time highs, and suggesting it's going to continue to go up. No news out. So far, jiggles. We'll have to monitor to see what happens. Probably going to be the same here. Yeah, it stopped at the high, dropping. All right, move down below that pivot a little bit, greater than 100% retracement. And our minor support right there. So minor support here is on the other side of what's directly to the left. However, on a smaller time frame, we see the pivot there. That is what's actually being reacted to in this moment. And so higher time frames, we can't see what's happening here unless we look, of course. But on higher time frames, looking at that minor support, there's typically going to be some reaction on the way up. If the higher time frame traders are using that, whereas lower time frame traders are using the reaction that occurred on the way up, those jiggles and the pivots. So little consolidation, no big deal. We had strength yesterday. So far, consolidation. As always, on a very short-term basis on a daily time frame, we'd rather not see it go down to the prior day's low and certainly not close below it. YM, same story. Minor support. Got the bottoming tail bar. You got the pivot there. We covered relative strength and weakness yesterday in MT Live. I'll drop the link in there for those that don't have it when I'm done here. But this is a little bit above the pivot. So if we're looking at relative strength and weakness, just from that point of view of a retracement to the pivot, when the Q is below the pivot, the Dow is showing a little bit of relative strength on a little micro level here on the top of a wider bar. So we got a wider range bar on the daily time frame and showing relative strength. Clear that. It's yet to clear these highs. And the Russell. Waiting for is this thing going to kick in or not? Just a lot of jiggles. It's on the bottom of the wide range bar here. This broke below, right? It's a mess of pivots down here, holding that area for now. Another example of we're just going to have to wait and see, over the next 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes, whatever the markets are going to do. Of course, at the end of the day, where is this? Is it down here? Or is it a bottoming tail bar up here? And if it is, then we would anticipate that it's going to go higher tomorrow. I say, why is that? Well, we've got a wide range green bar here, which is positive, of course, in a grinding slopeward down move after a power move up. And so this could be viewed as some kind of a sloppy bull flag. It's in the upper part of here. Usually bull flags technically, go to the textbook. It doesn't come down, retrace that far. Nonetheless, if we were to get a bottoming tail bar, that would be positive and we'd look for it to go up. Another example, we'll just have to wait and see. All right, let's just look up here for now. So there's the big bullish bar, right, suggesting it's going to make new all-time highs. It's down a little bit, not a big deal. Week to week, not a lot of nothing, just consolidating, a lot of nothing. We got that trading range. And we'll see if the market can get out of its own way today and into tomorrow. Well, nothing much happening. It's been the theme, but yesterday was a good day. Right? Transports. Not anything special, but it was a plus day. And just overall, just a big mess. We'll see what kind of follow through we get to there or not. Interest rates down a little bit. You can see a little redness here. Not a big deal, but certainly appears they bottomed out with a climactic buy on the weekly and a little W there. So we'll see if they move up or down a little bit. You know, they moved a lot in a short amount of time, so it would make sense for them to stabilize or get that data, see what's going to go on here. Interest rates coming down a little bit. You know, they're extended. We talked about that for the last couple of days. Certainly look, they made a bottom, just like the 13-week. This is the 5-year and moved up. So it's down a little bit here. And so the markets might get a little benefit from that. And the 10-year, it's the same thing. Extended short term, but made a bottom. We'll see how far that goes. Spiders. New all-time high. A little negative reaction this morning, of course. And let's see where it is. My cursor on the 65-minute on top of minor support. So little negative this morning. We'll just have to monitor this. This just broke out. Major support. Minor support, which has already been tested once yesterday as it came down there and flipped back up. So another little minor trading range activity going on for the moment. Right? So on a short-term basis, it looks like pretty negative, but on a intermediate to longer-term basis, it's just not a big deal. All right. More interesting information. Well, yesterday we talked about that big open interest. And so now there's this big open interest at the exact same level as this strike. So as I moved it, it just moved the blue line right on top. So there's a huge open interest here, and there's a huge open interest down here, right near yesterday's low. So big bets that if it breaks yesterday's low, it'll go lower. Yesterday's low obviously is support. It should not go down there, and because the depth of retracement would be a short-term concern. But that's this big support level, just, minor support area. You can see the pivots there. There's big bearish bets down there. So if it was to go down there, let's say in the first 30 minutes, it would theoretically pop back up again. Even if it broke it, it would pop back up again. And you got 85.25, but I'll move this out of the way. And that's where the big bets are, that if it goes up there, that would be a resistance area. But if it goes up there, well, if it could stay up there for a half hour or so, it'd probably pop up to 85.50. But so, it's near the top of the range. See which way things go, right? Same story, minor support, new all-time highs. Trend is up, consolidation, it breaks out. It better not break back down, right? Because when you have a consolidation, right, marking time, after a bullish move up, it assumes a move higher, and we got the move higher. So a close below yesterday's low, if that would happen, you wouldn't have to need any kind of degree or PhD in technical analysis to know that on a short-term basis, that would not be a positive thing. And so should stay in the upper half, should go higher. We've got big bearish bets down there. We've got big bullish bets up there. Should contain things for the most part today. We shall see. Right. All right. Bitcoin, nothing. It's on support. See if it holds. Bitcoin has done pretty much nothing all year, but consolidate after that move. So similarly to what I just discussed on the daily chart of S&P 500, This is sort of the same thing in that, there was a big bullish move. So far, it's consolidating. The big bullish move would assume it's going to go higher, but we're waiting. Bitcoin traders are waiting. This is just slopping back and forth, back and forth. If it breaks down below here on a closing basis, it would not be a positive thing because now you've got all of this overhead supply that could drive it lower. So if it gets through here, you've got all of this accumulation that theoretically people would add and could drive it up to 100,000. We don't know which way it's going to go. We're waiting. It's getting tighter. Gold up, but consolidating the gain. Nothing there. It's still bullish. Uptrend, a little extended. Silver, we know, had a little bit of a heart attack a couple of days ago. Got to the top of the range. Waiting to see what it will do. Oil's up a little bit. Again, we discussed the simplicity of looking to the left. Well, we always do. But this week, as to oil, should stall up here and begin to pull back would help the markets. That obviously happened. And now still Middle East talks. And it was just something I saw go by. I don't know if it was on the TV or, some news things. They're talking about, Iran and what's going on in Israel. Of course, what's going on in Israel now that Iran has put themselves out there. What is Israel going to do? Is anybody going to press the nuclear button? Let's hope not. And I see oil coming in here a little bit, just not a big deal. Keep an eye on financials. We had a great day yesterday. They're at the top of the range. So overall, things are looking like they should go higher. This morning, there's a little hiccup as far as the news goes, and we'll just have to see how far that goes or not. Regionals down a little bit, marking time. So seems to be, for the most part, more of the same. Bullish sentiment, buying the dip, should go higher. To really see things start to kick in, we'd like to see the Russell start to move higher. Maybe even, biotechs, which I still yet, right there. Because they're more speculative. They're coming down to major support. Yeah, Anna's piping in there, Biden trying to keep everything possible not to worsen the war. Well, no, Israel could give a damn what Mr. Biden thinks as far as what they're going to do to some degree. And you know what? If it was your wife, child, cousin, whatever that was massacred, I would be like, press that nuclear button now. But, calmer heads have to prevail while measured killing goes on. Doesn't that sound ridiculous? It is what it is. All right, so this is down here at a slightly bullish level. Really no big deal. I mean, sentiment is middle of nowhere. I always look at equity to see if equity gets down there because it's typically going to get down there first. It is not down there, so no help, but we see a little pickup in put buying, bearish bets while markets go up. So that's a good thing. Yeah, new all-time highs. So a bunch of ETFs did hit new all-time highs yesterday. Not a bunch, but a few. So, overall things look pretty good. Let's take a look at, interest rate sensitive home builders. So far consolidating, broke down through that pivot. Really not a big deal yet. And retailing. Just waiting for the real laggards. Right? So retailing has been doing nothing the whole year. And if this should start to pick up to the upside, that could be a indication of a top. And we say, well, why is that? Well, because as money rotates out of leaders into laggards, the ones that do the worst, and this is going to relate to like this, a broader index, or even within a sector. But when the worst begin to outperform, you're usually near the end. So the same thing with like semiconductors. We looked at a bunch yesterday. Some, of course, NVIDIA outperformed, and there's a whole bunch of them that have really nice patterns, like they can go higher. And so it's what we call catch-up trades, where underperformers begin to outperform. So same thing happens on a broader index as well. See if that begins to play out. You go over there, Dan.
Good morning. Um, so yeah, good review there. I kind of like, other than open positions, which we'll manage one by one, of course. I like gap downs within the context of the overall bullish situation, because then our alerts aren't going to go off unless they're ready to rumble. Look at this one right here. It's a catch-up trade, Rambus, Greg mentioned yesterday. So we're going to buy yesterday's high. It's gapping down. So perfect. Perfect. It ain't going to trigger unless it's strong. AMAT, we did a put spread yesterday. That's gapping down a bit, but we're way down here, the 195. So again, that would be a good add or even a directional over yesterday's high. We just did a put spread is all. Set an alarm at 205. Yep, I already got one there. An alarm 201. Yeah, wow, South Florida, we got so lucky with this storm. It was like a non-issue here. Like regular thunderstorms are worse. But yeah, there's a lot of destruction on the West Coast, Orlando. All right, that's AMAT, AMD. We're in trail mode. We have a put spread that we did the other day, so that one's fine. Let me reset the alarm. 70. I had an IGV up alarm go off, but then it's pulling in now, but that's fine. T-Doc saying, so many things. This is another catch-up trade. We bought long calls yesterday. GNRC gapping down. We have a third lot of a core long. The retracement concepts. It's right there. So that's like 60% retracement into this bar. The deeper, the worse it is. But good thing we only have a third lot. Roku bottom right, I see here. We're already in a put spread and we're long. But you can add over the high of that. Netflix I posted is a 1, 2, 3, another one. It's gapping down, which I like. So I posted this as a long stock over the high. Why? Because it's a compelling pattern, all-time highs, and it's not going to trigger if the markets start falling apart, unless it's on its own page, which again, we talked about yesterday, talking about relative strength. If the Qs are falling, there's only one reason this is going to take out yesterday's high, relative strength, and it's on its own page. Oracle, we have a third left. We're in trail mode. My up alarm went off pre-market, but now it's back down. That looks great. All right, those are all my alarms going off. Look at earnings here. Delta, yeah, Delta was down a lot more. But it, could be setting up an M top. So 30-minute low, today's Thursday. So we could do a 1 DTE call spread, 30-minute low. No pattern. It whoa, looks horrible, gapping down, $3 stock. In fee, gapping down, range bounds. We'll come back to it. It's, it's just going sideways, daily, weekly, monthly. But sideways and weekly, monthly uptrend, so it's bullish. DPZ, I sold the 360 puts naked, and so I just put an order out to bid 2 cents to close. See what happens. Big bullish gap, sloppy. I hope you all can't hear this. It's construction going on under me. It's annoyingly loud for me. Oh man. Um, it's really loud. I have I have this on and block out noise. All right, this Nokia has earnings next week, but that's a nice closing breakout. So that I'm gonna Costco had some same store sale reports. It's put spread idea. Nike got an upgrade. Put spread idea. It gapped up. It's coming in. I'm gonna set an alarm at 83.40. Or 83.35. You see that just based on the 15-minute chart. Yeah, so increase their earnings guidance. That's a pro gap. If there's no increase. Oh, look at this lending club, got an upgrade or something, but this looks fantastic. Look, daily, Alex, you're always asking me how I define a core, and it's the same answer to me every time. I don't care about fundamentals. I care about daily, weekly, monthly being all in alignment with a goal. Look at this monthly as a 1, 2, 3 with a goal. I don't know, target, I don't know. Target 16 maybe. So $4 gain on the $12 stock. Breakout daily. Look at these moving averages. Weekly is a 1, 2, 3 kind of thing. So I see though it's gapping over our entry. So tell them to wait. PD is having to pay a big $3 billion fine, I think. That's a big ugly gap, but I'm not gonna even look for a call script. It's gonna be too far away. SWKS downgrade. Now that's a possible 30-minute low. Target 90. But it's down a lot pre-market here from 98 to 94. So we just have to see what it does in the first 30 minutes. This is it's in a power downtrend, daily, weekly. But that's a big bullish gap. It's a climb on the monthly. So this could be a bottoming pattern. AI I mentioned took off yesterday. I missed the one of the bottom. It needs to chop around sideways. Shaq. I saw the CEO on TV yesterday, so I pulled up the chart. And I just set an alarm at 110. Why? Look at the moving averages. Greater than 100% retracement. 1, 2, 3 weekly. Breakout monthly, maybe. So got an alarm at 110. Looks great. Netflix, we talked about. Oh, Humana, we have a put spread that expires tomorrow. But I'm going to be watching this to do a new put spread for next week. This is leftover list from yesterday. AKR closing breakout looks good. Look at Goldman and JP Morgan closing breakouts. But I think it's open tomorrow. Yeah, no, it's next week. Yeah, we start earnings season. Oust, little bottoming pattern. I got an alarm at 670. NTAP, closing breakout. And again, it's gapping down. So I like that. I'm going to set an alarm at 127.20. And don't even worry about it unless it hits. Morning and Cisco have beautiful breakouts yesterday. LRCX over yesterday's high. Um, I like as a put spread next week. I already posted it in Telegram. Here it is again. Forward, little bottoming pattern. Lacey, another bottoming pattern. Kind of looks like that. I have an alarm at 237. T-dot looks better though. Ah, and it's the fact that it's filling the gap here is a good sign. That's a relative strength right out of yesterday's MT Live. This filled the gap, and the Qs, all the four horsemen are in a coma after the sell-off on the CPI numbers. Okta will be a beautiful 1, 2, 3 if we get it. I looked for puts yesterday and there was no juice, but this is a monster W bottom. So, it has kind of, yes, it's an end of day rally, but this is like a rising wig. So it's strong. So you could actually do a third lot over, 5, 10, 15-minute high. That looks really good. All right, I got an alarm on Roku, so I don't need that. I'm going to put Okta there. Roku, yeah, I already mentioned over the highs, looks good. Let me go to my alarms. Crowd up alarm, nice. We are long stock. I will set new alarms. So this is relative strength also. Snow we're in. That's just up alarm just went off. Two more examples of relative strength. So let's move the crowd under this pre-market low. Have 295.18. All right, so we have a nice open gain here now. We sold a third yesterday. Yeah, my alarm went off on Quattro. I got like 8 alarms here. I just take them one by one. And we were in Quattro with a break even stop. So it might did a gap under it. Yeah, well, that's what our rules say.
MU bought a little here. I didn't buy. It's somebody's buying. Maybe turn day as it's retesting. Definitely keep an eye on this.
Yeah, I got an alarm on MU. We're actually long the stock, but yeah, I like, just like the LRCX, etc. I got an alarm at 103. All right, Quattro. Quattro. It's the symbol. 2, 1, W. Yeah, that's move stop. 5-minute low now. 77.82. I had stop break even, the way I manage things tightly, but when it gaps under it, nothing I can do about it. What my up alarm is gonna, it was at a 102.60. And this grilling is driving me absolutely bananas. It's so here. Well, what you can do about it, it's the price of Nike up alarm here. Number 83.30. That's a great idea. Let me look. Hey, remember I told you I had 20 open positions? I am only down $51. Now $40. Now 31. So that's a testament of my portfolio relative strength to the market gap. Like the 81s for tomorrow makes sense. 81s next week, 26 by 43. So no interest in that. Alex, you're a short triggered. I think we were going to buy puts. Again, I will get to these one by one when I can. Uber alarm. Why did my alarm on Uber go off? I think we met target. 70. Yeah, no, I have no idea. It must have been an up alarm went off. 72.68 for tomorrow. We have to be at target here. Wow, we're not. $5 away, and this thing is still bid 31 cents. What the heck is going on there? All right, let's move stop here, 76.68. What that tells me is there's pending news, but we closed half yesterday, so we're in good shape. Hey, TMAS up alarm. Remember, Greg, this was the one you tried to get me out break even, and I said no way. 1308. like, why are you always managing so defensively? All right, let's sell a third in the spring because we have a full lot. 214. B&L.
ED line's pretty quite negative. That's 1,000.
Mm-hmm. Getting worse. VIX new high. Alex, AKR. I don't like the market for longs right here unless they're better. Mr. Snowden back half hit. We have a put spread. T-Tech low alarm. I think that's a break-even stop. So Mr. Snowden. Oh, we're up nicely on our put spreads. 18.
NVIDIA, new high in the day. A little bit of strength there. Financials are weak, not good.
Mr. Snowden, I just covered mine. I did the ones for next week. Let's close it at 20, take our money. We got a nice gain. And it's only because we have a huge gain in one day. We still have one that expires tomorrow. Oh, Don, remember you asked me yesterday, why didn't I do a directional on snow also? And I'm like, I don't know. Guess what? I did. It was on the open trade sheet. It was there. I just forgot.
I believe that's the one I typed into the Telegram. Go ahead and do. I told them $6 stop, 20, 30 shares. Most people won't do it. So I told them.
We also have one for tomorrow, 113, 109. It's 4 cents. Sam, how many cents do you have?
You flip back down.
Let's close this one too. It looks great though. It's just again, look, we've made 56 cents of 60. So you can hang on to it if you want to try to make 4 more cents, but what if you get an ugly gap in your face? You turn that 56-cent gain into whatever. Hey, what's shaking over? Yeah, no shit, Alex. Yeah, everything I touch is 30% to 100% higher. I
How
thought of
about
this. I thought of this analogy today. We're in a sinking ship, okay? And is you're at the water line. You got the boat half full of water. And then they come out and say, yeah, but the rate of water coming into the boat now is only 0.1%. Look how much we've got it down from 10% to 0.1. Yeah, but you still got a shit sink boat on your hands, which is my equivalent to everything being more, every single thing I touch. I went out to look for a new bicycle. When I moved to town, it was $459. Now it is 789.
didn't
So,
you just get a new bike a couple of years ago, Dan?
well, yeah, I get one every 2 years, the way I ride them, because it's too expensive to keep them um, maintained. They want like $300 bill to replace the pads and the rusted wires and 95 $125 for a tune up and cleaning, and like, dude, just give me a new one. All right, yeah, we're at a T-Tech here, break even. One by one. Mer, Nike, and MU, crowd. Um, let's move it days low now, 297. Oh, our Humana is rocking. Let's look for a put spread for next week. Is there? Ooh, I don't like that at all. Octa, shoot, I said this was one you can do a third lot, 5 minute high. Hey, our T-Doc here, look at that thing came back, looks good. Let me set new alarms. Nine 30. All right, Humana. I did naked puts myself. For tomorrow, I have the 220s. Wow, they're still 40 by 55. This is still holding pretty high premium for some reason. All right, so for next week, $5 wide, 50 cents. Yeah, we can just do it again. Yeah. Tesla's selling off. He's in the news now with these robo taxis and stuff. So I think Tesla's stay away for swing as well as Boeing. Yeah, I'm looking and glancing up at the 15. Amazon's the best relative strength of all the fangs. I just don't like the cues breaking down here, so not me. Oh, I actually sold some cues yesterday, the 485s. I'm down $23. Let's see what I should do. Cues. Uh, yeah, I'm gonna cut this in half. I got the 485s. Out of half. Oh, AMAT looks bad now. Did we do that yesterday? Yeah, we sure did, darn it. Stops under 200. So, yep, I got a loss on that. I think if it stops, I'm only going to kill half of mine. So, Greg, here's another discussion that we have. Stop is under 200, and it's right there on support. So, what do you think? Obviously, it's for tomorrow. I didn't expect this to happen 20 minutes into today.
Of course not. Gap below a green bar,
Right. So I'm asking you about the
bearish.
stop. Take it under as
Take
post.
it. You can get back in because well, it's gonna. I wouldn't even. All right, look. I think it goes back down to the bottom of the base. Whether it recovers from there, I don't know.
Right.
But on a short-term basis, I'd rather be out of it and reevaluate. And if it turns around, I get back in again.
Okay.
I mean,
Okay. Let's see. That's a different answer than some others I asked you. So that was a good question then.
it's a different situation. I mean, I see it's on the support. It's on the $200 thing here. So you can wait, and if it breaks to 200, let it go. If it recovers back up on the 5 minute above the open, you might be in good shape here. So you said the stop was below 200 or at 200?
2 cents below, like I always do. ERC Charlie pulled in. Actually, that might be one. All right, Charlie. We're long at 62.37. Nice rebound in diamonds. I actually posted that as a put spread over the yesterday's high because it was best looking one. So hey, diamonds are 1, 2, 3 right now. Looks van friggin' tastic. Let me check 1 DTEs too. I think it's absolutely retarded how they don't have 0 DTEs on this. The 423s, oh, that's too tight. 421's 44 cents for tomorrow naked. $60.32. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. I like the 180 here on the 15. Yeah, you can do 30-minute high. Are there any numbers up 10? I forget. 85 for next week. 15 cents is all. So yeah, it can be a directional. LRCX. Yeah, the problem though, Don, is it's a deep retracement. And I know you and I have this discussion all the time. So yeah, it's a pullback to support. But for a swing trade, I don't trust it unless it gets over yesterday's high. So, but again, scalping and swinging are different things. MMY. Yeah, I like it. Jesus. I like it. Little ascending triangle here with a void. Sure. Nice 15-minute bar. Yeah. You could buy 30-minute high. Half lot stop today's low, half lot stop yesterday's low. Make my trip limited. Sam, I think you should open a company called Make My Day Limited. What do you think about that? All right, earnings 1029. All right, let's sell. Do it right now. Let's sell the 95.90s. Midpoint is 70 cents right now. Let's see if I get filled. No fill. So try a few pennies less. Short 8 to 95. Put spread for, let's try 68. My order is out at 70 and I'm not filled. Might have to go down to 65. Yeah, he's not even filling me at 66. So let's do 65. Yeah, here's one octo. I missed. T-Doc middle chart looks great. MMYT, put it here. So Akamai. Yeah, yeah. Look at the weekly. Inverse head and shoulders on the weekly. Alex, your FFIV also I had on my list, but that kept down. All right, so Akamai is more right, more RIPE, right. Earnings 11.7. All right, so see, I only bailed half my Qs, naked puts. Now I'm back in the profit on the other half. 101s for tomorrow, only 10 cents. Let's do 101, 101.98, midpoint. 101's a tad tight, actually. 197 is 30. And yeah, they're okay to buy. All right, I'll put Akamai in another window, another computer. But it looks good. I like it. Ah, shoot, I forgot about Lending Club. But the guy can't, I don't know if I would have bought that gap, but shoot, I said hold off and wait for a pullback, which you can see we did not get. So this has earnings, but if you wanted to hold over earnings, you would have to go out to November. You could sell the $11 puts for 40 cents. Nah, I'm not messing with that. All right, nice Humana. I was watching SWKS as a short, but remember I said you got to wait 30 minutes, see what it does. All right, so I just got filled at that 65 now. So that was MMYT. That TMOS low alarm. Shame on you. Hmm. We did the 95s, the 94, 98. So for the directional now on that, why see if you can get a 5-minute buy setup. Oh, Alex, our middle. What is our stuff? 38, right? Yeah, 30. It was yesterday's low. All right, I'm not liking it, but we'll just stick with it now. 38.78. All right. STC. Yeah. Yeah, I think. Don, is that the one we were talking about? Put spread? It was spready the other day. It was 75 for next week. Not enough juice, but yeah, you can do directional.